Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Carolina Collegiate Clash. And tonight we have a huge matchup here with Clemson University playing up against Wake Tech Community College. Now, this is going to be a really big statement match here for Clemson here, as they just dropped a game to USC, and their reputation is really on the line here. And I don't think they really can afford to lose this one here. But tonight, Christian is not here with me, so I am joined with the ECU B team captain. I got my boy Kyle here, who does not have a webcam, so we've placed his profile picture there. How you feeling, Kyle?
I'm feeling pretty good. Kind of mad at the slight that you just threw at me already into the broadcast, 20 seconds in, and you've already flamed me. But I'm excited for this Clemson Wake Tech matchup. Both these teams, one loss, both to South Carolina, sort of a prove it game tonight. Many have said, not me, but many have said that they have weak schedules. We'll see tonight. Big prove it game for Clemson and Wake Tech.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out here. It's like we were just saying, this is a very big statement match, and I think both these teams want to go on. A Wake Tech coming off of a very strong hot streak here. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep it going into this matchup here. But as the kickoff is starting, and we are off into the first matchup of the night. Canovo trying to get it up, looking for the off the ceiling touch, off the ceiling, and it's just going to sneak right past Wake Tech, and Clemson is off to an early lead.
Yeah, sort of a kickoff collapse already. Offset, onset, just misses the ball off the ceiling, drops in safely. Wake Tech are going to need to sort of lock in on these kickoffs and not give Clemson all that space in the air.
Absolutely, and I think Onset might have been trying to play for a little bit more of a shot on target, but Dedsey returning a quick kickoff goal of his own to equalize it. I hope tonight does not turn into a kickoff game.
Looking like a ones match out there. Just the straight kickoffs. Nobody's rotating back towards net. Both teams are going to need to clean this up. Very important game one, and both of them have started very sloppy.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's pretty much going back to 0-0 with 4:50 left here. Mesa trying to get a shot on net. Chosen looking for the redirect. Shut down by Dedsey. Onset getting the team pinch with Mesa. Now Blurry trying to get one, doesn't connect with it, but a little bit of a missed opportunity from Clemson. Onset trying to slow it down, gets the one over Mesa, looking for the second, connects, but no one is there to capitalize, but Blurry is there to put it right back in the field of play.
It's a big chance for Wake Tech to continue the momentum. They have not dropped a game, not a series. They have not dropped a game since they lost to South Carolina just a few weeks ago. They're 12-0 in their last 12 games. They've won 4 series. They're hot. It's important to keep up the momentum in this game one against Clemson.
Absolutely, with Mesa getting a huge clear off to the side here. Blurry trying to get a double touch, but doesn't connect with it. Onset looking for the touch, but get a huge demo from Desi, giving him enough space. A lot of Wake Tech offensive pressure here, and not able to connect with that second demo. Clemson trying to have a little bit of pressure on their defensive line as Blurry trying to look for a pass midfield. A little bit of a mid-touch, but Onset gets the bump. Desi for the shot. Does not connect, but Blurry's there to follow it up.
Yeah, Nate Dogg, you were telling me before the match that Clemson could be in trouble if they let Wake Tech hold the pressure, and they are not doing a great job of creating their own offense. They're sort of just sitting back, getting stuck in, dealing with what Wake Tech's throwing at them, but they need to start building up on their own play.
Absolutely. Is one big thing with this Wake Tech roster is that they are a very mechanical team. You can't afford to give them that time and space because they will take advantage of it all day with a quick shot from Chosen, but quickly shut down by Blurry. Like I was saying, I mean, Wake Tech is just there on top of the ball the entire time with these mechanics they have, and they're trying to, they love that offensive pressure. They love playing fast and quick, so Clemson just needs to get control and make Wake Tech play at their pace.
Yeah, we've seen the aggression early. There's been a couple demos from Wake Tech. There's been a few bumps. They're really coming out and forcing their initiative, and Clemson needs to put their stamp on the game. They aren't playing they're not playing up to their standards. They're not playing their game. They're just sort of letting Wake Tech throw it around them. As we see Canovo connect on a shot into the corner. Onset tries to clear it away. Here's Chosen now. He'll look to collect. Blurry's beating quickly there. Floated out towards the net. This could be trouble. Onset pressing in the corner for Wake Tech. Wake Tech setting up the press very nicely. Cleared away Maysal. Blurry putting it back into the mixer. Blurry's going to float into the air. Again, the mechanics we're seeing. Onset looks for the double. Not going to get it. Here's Dedsey for the shot. Not connecting again. Chosen gets in the way. Clemson getting to clear away.
Wake Tech definitely turning up that offensive pressure here, in Clemson a little bit on their back heels, but Chosen says not today, trying to connect with the double, but Blurry says absolutely not on my watch. But with a huge demo on the goal line, and Mesa is going to sink it in to bring it up to a 1-goal lead with only 2 minutes left. That demo, I think, was crucial for Clemson's offensive play right there.
Very impressive demo from Canovo. He tries to get the steal. I'm very happy with that. I'm a big fan of the goal thief, but very impressive demo from him. It opened up Wake Tech, and they didn't have anybody back on the line.
Absolutely. Now, with Clemson getting that early lead, it's a question of are they going to maintain that offensive pressure or try and play a little bit more defensively? Here? Canovo answering that question for me, trying to get one downfield with a missed touch by Blurry, but a great save by Onset on the goal line. A very dangerous situation. Clemson looking for the touch, but able to get the clear. Looking for a play downfield. Chosen gets the 50. Desi hitting upfield to Blurry. Blurry's not able to get there in time for that play. But Desi trying to follow it up here on that corner, and Clemson with a sneaking shot from Onset, but Maysal's there for the read.
Yeah, big chance for Clemson. They sort of gave Wake Tech 2 free minutes of aggression, of attacking. They have a chance in this last 90 seconds to perform a smash and grab of game 1 if they can hold this lead.
Absolutely, with Desi or Wake Tech getting a little bit of momentum down the field here, but Canovo absolutely shutting it down quickly. Wake Tech needs to find some momentum here. Whether they were having all the offensive pressure at the start. I don't know what changed here, but it looks like Clemson has started to adapt to their play style. With Blurry looking for Onset off the backboard, Canovo does not connect with it, but no one there to put it in.
Yeah, Clemson's definitely giving them less time on the ball. They've settled into the game nicely. Very impressed with what they've been doing the last 2 minutes. Here's Canovo again, looking to pass it middle. Gets the touch. Onset's going to clear out to the left side. Wake Tech begins to build. Onset with a nice dunk back into the middle. Onset will stay on the ball, bit ball chasey. Dedsy looks to swing it back in. Blurry's waiting patiently. Canovo clears away. Double commit for Wake Tech. They'll need to pounce on this ball quickly. Onset throws it back right to Maysal, who sets up the pass to Chosen. Crossfield to Canovo, who's going to rip a shot off the bar. Here's Dedsy, looking to clear. Playing Maysal, looking for the bump, is going to get it. Onset's coming in a bit slowly. Canovo's going to have time to try and play. Onset pass to the middle, nobody back post. Here comes Blurry, who gets beat by Chosen. 10 seconds to go, Nate Dogg. Dedsy throws it back into the left-hand side. Cleared away Canovo. Blurry puts it back into the middle. Demo by Dedsy, and Blurry's gonna score the game-tying goal. We're going to overtime in game 1.
What a great display from Wake Tech. They're being relentless here on the Clemson goal line. They just kept putting more and more shots on net. Those bumps, making Clemson awkward in those back post situations, and they couldn't get in their groove and get it off their side. And it definitely paid off in Wake Tech's favor there, as they're able to put the equalizer in with 0 seconds left. And Desi looking to put one in, but an accidental backflip, and it's going to give all the momentum right back to Clemson.
Onset plays it onto the right wall. Played back in by Maysal. Onset clears again his mistake. Here's Canovo looking to get a flick shot. Cleared away into the corner. Passed out mid. Chosen's there to take the shot. Onset can't save it. And Clemson take game 1 that really felt dominated by Wake Tech.
Now, all that offensive pressure from Wake Tech, and just a team pinch right there from Clemson, just a little too fast in order to react in time. And Wake Tech, going down game 1 of the series already, they just got to make sure they're not getting their own head. Is one major issue I saw from the Wake Tech side is that there wasn't enough meaningful touches there. They weren't getting those first and second touches and following up plays. As you can see, Clemson, a lot of these touches they were getting, they were trying to take it off the wall, trying to get those wall pinches, those wall plays to their teammates. Right now, there's a lot of Wake Tech just kind of banging it back down the field.
Yeah, Wake Tech definitely throwing it down the field. Not a lot of purpose in the back half of that game. The first half of that game, the offense was looking amazing. They were passing around. They were putting Clemson under tremendous pressure. And I think that was more of a testament to Clemson's defense settling into the game and catching up to the speed of Wake Tech late in that game.
Absolutely, and it definitely looks like Clemson was able to make those adjustments here. And I think if Clemson's able to keep up that momentum here and keep that pressure and make sure they're not letting Wake Tech get in those comfortable ball control situations, Clemson might have a very good chance of just taking this in a clean 3-0 sweep.
So speaking of 3-0 sweeps, Wake Tech has not played in anything else since the first week of the season. So 6 straight 3-0s, whether they've lost or won. They've won 5 of them. They lost 1 to USC. They have not set a good trend that they're going to have to break here in game 2.
Absolutely. But now, as we are getting into game 2 here, it's going to be interesting to see if Wake Tech is able to make those adjustments or if Clemson is going to keep all the momentum for themselves. And here we are, going off with a kickoff. Dedsy collecting it off the side with a full boost. Looking for the pass midfield, bumped out by Chosen and Maysal, there to capitalize. But Blurry there to cut it off. Now Wake Tech trying to get a quick offensive pressure here, but it looks like Canovo is just a little too fast, cutting off those passing lanes that Wake Tech loves using, and it looks like Clemson is starting to control the ball a lot faster than Wake Tech is.
Yeah, important for Wake Tech here in game 2. They've got to start hot. If Clemson finds the first goal, they're in real trouble tonight.
Absolutely. Blurry with a quick shot, looking for the double touch, connects with it, and it's able to sneak it pass through, and Wake Tech is going to go up 1-0, 30 seconds into this game 2. Blurry getting the double touch here. Canovo accidentally hitting the crossbar, not able to get that save. That's got to be a big confidence booster for Wake Tech.
The mechanics you were talking about in game 1 on display right there from Blurry. Gets the double tap as this ball, Canovo gets a nice demo. Deadzy throws into the corner. Nobody there for Wake Tech. Cleared away by Chosen. Chosen dunks onset. Blurry taking it up the wall, looking to get the pass middle. Nothing comes of it. Falls to onset though. Cleared away Maysal. Deadzy looks to shoot. Cleared away Maysal again. Blurry connects onto the wall. 50 there. Maysal gets the win. Blurry will collect. Taking it into the air again. Blurry, obviously the most mechanical player on this field. He's going up into the air every single time he gets the ball.
Now, we've had him on a few past broadcasts and stuff like that in those post-game interviews, and he has said himself he loves trying to go for those flashy double taps with a huge shot from onset, shut down by Chosen. Desi looking for the pass to Blurry from onset, but quickly shut off by Maysal. But like I was saying, I mean, Wake Tech is a very mechanical team. They like being flashy. They want to get those double taps. They want to get those clips that they can put eventually into montages. So Clemson needs to just shut that down, and they're able to control pretty much the entire pace of this game.
They're a very mechanical team, and they look to play as a team as well. They've been taking the balls to the wall all night, looking to pass middle and see what comes of it. As a shot from Chosen comes in, here's Maysal trying to dunk Blurry. It's going to fall pretty harmlessly in front. Maysal gets back on it. Chosen shoots. Blurry overflips, and Chosen's going to tie the game up with 3:10 remaining.
What a great play from Mesa, how getting that off the backboard jump, just getting that softest touch possible to get it past Deadzy and lining it perfectly up for Chosen to just slot it in right where Blurry was just not able to get there in time. As that it looked like Blurry might have hit that corner and it might have caused him to bounce a little bit.
I was making the call that the ball was going to fall harmlessly away to be cleared away by Wake Tech, and Maysal gets a great recovery off the wall to keep the offensive pressure. As he brings it back in, Blurry clears away. It's not going to get back onto it. Maysal puts the ball towards net, cleared away onset, who looks to dribble with it now. Canovo pops it up into the middle. Blurry will roll it long, giving Clemson possession. Wake Tech now needs to set up the press. Deadzy gets the dunk. Maysal clears long. This could be a problem for onset, but he takes it to the right corner. 2 Clemson players waiting. Onset pass middle. Maysal shot off the bar. Chosen gets another shot. Off the bar again. Onset takes away the double tap and looks to clear it away. Canovo is going to beat him to it. Onset and Blurry get the pinch. Chosen now collects for Clemson, and they'll look to build off this. Onset gets the dunk. Maysal flicks it away.
Now Clemson trying to control the pace here with Canovo looking for a pass midfield over Deadzy, but doesn't connect as Deadzy reads that low ball here. And Wake Tech trying to get some counterplay going, but Chosen shutting that down. And it looks like right now Wake Tech is just getting completely outpaced by Clemson's offensive pressure here with Canovo already beating the next ball. Looking for the pass midfield with a huge demo. Is anyone there to capitalize? No, Deadzy's there for the clear to the corner. Chosen trying to get a 50. Blurry pumps it up, taking it for his over. Gets the flip reset. Gets one, but Maysal's there to shut it down. And Canovo collecting off to the side. Clemson trying to get that offensive pressure. Looking for the passes. Chosen looking for Maysal. Maysal looking upfield for Chosen. We got a little bit of a passing play going on here with Maysal with a shot on net. They're going to get there in time. Yes, onset's there for the clear.
This has been a very important last 2 minutes for Clemson. They haven't been able to find the go-ahead goal, but they've had almost all the pressure and offensive opportunities. It's coming. The goal's coming. They need to hold it. And Wake Tech, with onset taking a shot, Wake Tech almost steals a goal off a counterattack there. Chosen with the 50. Blurry takes it up into the air once again. Looks for the double tap. Gets the pass to onset, who gets behind it, and the ball is going to roll into the Wake Tech net. And Clemson finds the go-ahead goal. It's 2-1 in game 2. It is danger time for Wake Tech, who are down 0-1 in this series.
I'm curious to know where that third position was. Does it look like onset, like he was in that second role? He should have probably been in that support role, last man back position. But that person coming off of that off-ball rotation, it looked like you could see off to the side. It rotates behind him, so I'm not really sure where he was, if he may have gone out for that big boost or not. Those are the type of mistakes you cannot let happen here with Maysal. Getting a big clear downfield. Blurry getting the touch off the wall. Deadzy trying to get something going here, but Blurry there to recover it. Blurry looking for the shot, and a possible scoring opportunity from Wake Tech, and it's off that left side post. I know they're definitely going to want that one back there. That was the equalizer on the line.
Chosen was a little bailed out. He was pretty slow at the back post. Just an unfortunate miss as the ball's going to fall in. Chosen gets the shot. As I'm saying, he got bailed out on defense. He's going to lob it up towards the back post. Not really anything doing with that shot, but Wake Tech's just not there to clean it.
And Wake Tech looking like they're having a little bit of a communication issues here, as you can saw right there. I think one of them might have had to save there, but they just ended up 50ing it off of each other, and it just went right into the net and just dead stopped and just rolled in. Those are the type of situations where you gotta communicate with your team. You gotta call off each other. Is what we like to say over at UNCW is that last man back has top priority in comms. Whatever last man back says goes.
Defensive lapses for Wake Tech have cost them game 2, and they're going to be in real trouble here as they look to maybe steal a goal and keep this game interesting. Chosen's going to flick it over Blurry. Deadsy with a last-ditch effort. Maysal cleared away, and Clemson are going to go up 2-0 in this series, and Wake Tech are in danger of being swept tonight.
Absolutely, and that's definitely one thing. It might be a little bit of a statement match for Clemson here, like we were saying earlier. Maybe Clemson's playing a little extra hard this game because they know their reputation is soured from that USC game, that USC loss, and especially that rivalry loss. So that it might just be a little bit of a soured and a little anger coming out in this matchup, and that's why they're playing so heavily and so strong together tonight.
This is a massive game for Clemson. Many have been speculating about their legitness as a team in this competition. I think they're proving it tonight that they're here to win this league and here to compete in the finals of this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be interesting to see if Wake Tech is able to make those changes that he needs to make here. Because, I mean, falling into a potential 3-0 sweep here, that's going to be devastating for Wake Tech, especially going into the last week of the season play where due to reschedules, I think they actually have two more matches to play next week. I believe they got to play ECU and UNCW, and those are going to be interesting matchups. They just got to make sure they're not letting this mental state get to them.
Yeah, they have UNCW in the A-League and ECU to finish it up. They're playing those on back-to-back nights, Monday and Tuesday of next week. This is a big game. Got to take momentum into those tough games or you're in danger of potentially falling to 6-4 on the season after such a hot start. 6-5 after such a hot start.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be interesting to see because I know like going into this seeding here, all these teams want to try and maintain those higher seeds as well because they don't want to they want to avoid playing. They want to avoid playing teams that potentially USC and other teams like that. But jumping into this next matchup here, Game 3, Clemson at match point. Kickoff, going in Clemson's favor, Blurry, getting demoed, leaving it for Maysal. Maysal looking for that ball play here, onset, a little bit awkward. Canova trying to follow it up, but Blurry is able to get the clear. Now Clemson starting to turn up that offensive pressure very early on, and those are the type of things I like to see. You can see Clemson shutting down those gaps as quickly as possible, and they're making Wake Tech play very awkward and not have that space that they feel very comfortable with.
Yeah, this is an important series for both these teams tonight. Both of them will finish top 8. They will attend this LAN, but this is a massive chance tonight to prove that you're legit and to also really help out your seeding. For Clemson, they only have one game left after this. To go 8-1 tonight would be a massive step for them. They would get a much easier matchup in the first round of the playoffs. Here as Maysal will race back to defend his net, and Deadsy will poke it home. And the troubles that plagued Wake Tech last game have opened up for Clemson now as their third man way overcommits and leaves Deadsy with a free net to tap in the first goal of game 3.
That might be the goal that Wake Tech needs here, is that could be the momentum change that they've been looking for. You know, that early kickoff goal here, after especially going down 2-0 in this series with Blurry, a potential second scoring opportunity, but not enough boost in order to connect with it. That's going to be a little bit of a missed opportunity, but that's going to be a dangerous situation for Deadsy as he's now in a 1v2 scenario, and Clemson's going to put in the equalizer. Those are the type of opportunities you got to capitalize on, and you can't let happen.
Yeah, the vibes look to be switching for Wake Tech. They got the first goal. Blurry changed his car between games. It looked like a fresh start for them, and they have immediately thrown it away. We have a fresh start, 0-0, 4 minutes left in this game.
Now Blurry getting the kickoff onto the orange side of the field. Trying to get one more to his teammate here, but Maysal with a little bit of a soft touch here, and no one there on Wake Tech to capitalize. Deadsy playing a little bit of a deep third, but not able to get that second touch here, and the shot attempt from Chosen. Now Clemson trying to follow it up. Now double commit from Wake Tech here, and this is looking very dangerous as Blurry gets it past one. Maysal, a little bit of a panic touch here, but Canova there to capitalize. Now Wake Tech trying to get some momentum here with Blurry looking for the bumps, but Maysal a little too quick to that ball here, shutting down all that offensive pressure.
Wake Tech is all over the place in Game 3 on defense. They have not looked cohesive at all. I mean, The offense hasn't looked good. It has been a rough watch for Wake Tech as Deadsy looks to get the challenge. He'll throw it at the net. And the Clemson defender, it was chosen. He turns in. He doesn't turn back. And Deadsy, once again in this series, we've seen a goal that's come off the wall. They've just kind of hoofed it towards the net. And no one's decided to save it. It's been very sloppy defensively from both teams tonight.
Yeah, definitely right there. It looked like Chosen was playing a little bit of a best scenario situation. Best case. Thank you. I was having a stroke. But a huge bump on the goal line here. Chosen with a fake on Wake Tech here. Trying to get back downfield here. Canovo there to collect, but leaves for Masao, but cut off by Onset. But Masao's there rooting for the backward play, leaving it back downfield here. Clemson trying to get some offensive pressure here. But Blurry with 100 boost, able to get it off their side and slow it down. Gets the pop-up. Not able to connect with the double. But he does manage to get that boost steal, and Chosen slowing down the play.
Chosen looks to get the 50. He's going to get it towards the wall. Onset's going to block the shot. Deadsy gets the clear away. Chosen will collect. He'll play it past all of the Wake Tech defenders. Chosen's going to stay on it. Canovo gets a shot, saved away Blurry, who will look to clear it away. Onset will now get the clear away. Put back into the mixer. Masao gets the demo on Deadsy. Clemson's going to look to put it in the box. Canovo off the ceiling, not going to get it. Masao collects. He throws it to the ceiling. Deadsy clears away. Chosen's there. Clemson with all the pressure. Onset has nowhere to go but his own corner. Canovo looking to swing it in. Double commit from Clemson. Masao looking to shoot. Now releases Onset, who's going to look for the musty flick. Not going to get it. And the Wake Tech pressure ends with Clemson looking to build up out of Chosen.
I was like, great display from Wake Tech there. It was like, I mean, all three of them had only like 20 boosts, and they were still able to withstand that Clemson onslaught there. Well, almost an own goal attempt there, but Blurry gets the save off to the side. The little bit of a bump on Chosen does make it awkward, but a double commit from Wake Tech, that's going to be dangerous. 0 boost to his name, that pad saving his life on that goal line. Looking for the clear. Onset gets a touch. Chosen left alone down there, but enough to get the save. A double commit again from Wake Tech, and those double commits are going to be the death of their game tonight.
It has been very sloppy. It's almost, and Blurry out of nowhere gets the goal. It just falls for him. Clemson once again deciding that the net is optional to guard. And Blurry will take those 10 times out of 10. He's not going to miss that shot. 3-1 Wake Tech as they look to build back into this series down 0-2.
You know what I'm gonna say, Masao. We're pretty good friends now after that boost on the beach land. Why are you going for the boost over the ball? What are you doing? As Blurry sinks it in to a 3-goal lead. And once again, no one in that net to defend the play here. Chosen looking for the bump. Then the demo from Blurry, leaving that wide open play, and Masao not able to spawn back in time. Things are not looking good for Clemson in this match 4, or match 3. It looks like Wake Tech they fixed something. They look like completely different.
I'm not sure if it's Wake Tech fixing something and more of Clemson deciding that the net should not be guarded. But we'll see how that continues, because if Clemson doesn't guard the net the rest of the series, Wake Tech will get the easiest reverse sweep they've ever had. Deadsy looks to connect on a pass, won't get it. Chosen looking to build up. He takes it to the air, met by Onset. 50'd into the Wake Tech corner. Blurry gets the clear away, and nobody back for Clemson again. Thankfully, that one for them will fall into their corner. Chosen now gets the flick over Deadsy. 50. Blurry collects, not going to have anything to do with it, but a 50. Now it'll fall to Blurry on the wall. He decides not to take it up. Masao flicks it over. Wake Tech looking a little anxious here with a 4-1 lead. They clear it away. 25 seconds. It's a game of time now for them. They don't really need to do anything on offense. Masao demos Deadsy. Blurry will play it past Masao. Canovo will miss the ball, and it'll be an own goal from Clemson. So they've decided not to guard their net, and now they've decided to score on it in game 3.
All I know is Masao came in out of nowhere like a rocket to come put own goal. That
was
there.
a beautiful back post finish. Unfortunately, it was on his own net.
I mean, hey, you miss all the shots you don't take there. And now with a kickoff going off the ceiling, Deadsy trying to follow it up. And I think Clemson might just take the L on this one here and just start thinking about what the adjustments can they make for that next game to try and close it out. Because the last thing they want to do is let Wake Tech gain a little bit of momentum, gain their footing, and they can't give up that pressure.
Always hard to kill the series in game 3 on a sweep. Wake Tech survives with their backs against the wall. It's going to be interesting going into game 4 what Clemson's going to do to clean up defensively, because that was clearly the issue for them in game 3. Wake Tech was all over the place to start this game and got a lot of momentum just off of Clemson mistakes.
Absolutely. Like there's a lot of wide open nets where it was like, as we were calling out earlier, like you said, you weren't really sure if it was Wake Tech fixing something or if it was just Clemson leaving those wide open nets, leaving those gaps in their rotation here that Wake Tech was able to kind of get a lucky scenario out of and capitalize on. But either way, that could be a big confidence booster for Wake Tech going into this game 4. And it's going to be interesting to see how Clemson makes those adjustments, or is Wake Tech just going to keep getting away with them?
Yeah, both these teams have been all over the place on defense tonight. They're going to have to get locked in for game 4. The winner of this series is going to clean it up on defense. Wake Tech seemed to have done that in game 3. If they can keep it up in game 4 and 5, I don't think Clemson's going to have any answers for it.
Absolutely, and I think definitely the one thing Wake Tech needs to make sure they're not doing is they need to make sure they're not double committing. They got to make sure they are calming and communicating with each other that who is going, because those double commits. I mean, same thing for Clemson. Honestly, those double commits that you see are like a little bit of over commits. Or those situations lead to those gaps, and those are the things they need to touch up on and make sure aren't happening.
Completely agree. As we start game 4, Wake Tech down 1-2 in this series. They're going to win the kickoff. Onset will dunk. Canova will now collect on the left side. He'll look to pass it into Mesa, who gets a free shot off the post. Chosen looking to connect. He hits the post again. Clemson coming out with a bit of fire under them here in game 4.
Now with Clemson trying to get a little bit of offensive pressure here, shut down by Blurry. You can see Clemson starting to turn up the dial a little bit on that offensive side, but the Onset trying to get one back downfield, getting the pinch off of Canovo. Onset looking for the touch, but Canova there to follow up with a great recovery for the clear. But Deadsy with the shot and a double commit again from Wake Tech. That was a potential scoring opportunity right there, and it left for a wide open net in that third man position.
Nate Dogg, confirmed Rocket League analyst. The double commits he spoke about between game 3 and 4, they come to light again, and Clemson has an early goal 40 seconds into game 4. They need one win to clinch it. And Wake Tech falls behind early. Just an inexcusable error from Wake Tech. As Onset now looks to get the kickoff goal, Blurry's going to have to 50 Chosen, and it'll fall behind Deadsy. Wake Tech has time to collect. No Clemson threat yet. Here comes Mesa into the corner. Deadsy and Mesa get the pinch out onto the left side here. Canova looking to clear away.
Canova. You're good.
Way to step over your toes.
You're good. Chosen getting a little bit of a touch here, trying to follow it off that left side, but Onset with a great read from the ceiling here with a shot on net, but an easy save for Canovo. And now a little bit of a mistouch from Blurry, laying it right into Canova's hands, but a very lucky bounce for Wake Tech. I mean, those corner bounces are ridiculous. I swear, it could have either gone a roll, but that bounce just comes flying up to that corner with a beautiful offensive pressure from Wake Tech here. Chosen trying to slow it down, dropping down to Canovo. Looking for the team pinch, does not connect with it.
Another double commit there as Blurry had to bail out of it, flipping back. Onset trying to take it off the ceiling. Blurry with the pre-jump, it's not going to fall to him. Deadsy stuck in no man's land as third. Chosen's going to look for the dunk, not going to get it. He's going to bump Blurry off. Mesa's going to have an open net, and he's going to hit the bar. Canovo popped it back into the mixer. Chosen looking to shoot it down. He's saved off the goal line by Blurry. Mesa back across. Chosen is going to fumble around the boost pad. He's not going to get it, and that's going to give Deadsy time, who doesn't use it. Mesa sets it up for Chosen. Blurry puts it back towards his own net, and Wake Tech are all over the place, Nate Dogg.
Oh, absolutely. It looks like Wake Tech is in a very panicky situation where they're kind of just having to dive at these balls, and they're having to dive at these places. Deadsy trying to dive for that, and he does connect with it with a beautiful save. But Clemson right now getting all the boost, and they're definitely starving. But Onset with a quick counterattack, shut down by Mesa. Now Clemson trying to dial it back up onto that Wake Tech side. And a little bit of a double commit again, but it works out in Wake Tech's favor this time. Onset looking for the pass midfield. Connect goes for the shot instead, and Onset says he's going to do it himself and put in the equalizer.
Very impressive mechanically again out of Wake Tech. Onset with a nice shot. Canovo can't reach it. Chosen can't reach it. Just out of place for them. We look for a tied game now here in game 4. The next goal is going to be a big momentum swing as Wake Tech look to stay alive and Clemson look to quit playing tonight and win this series.
Absolutely. I'm curious to know, because I know Wake Tech, when it comes to scrims or any of like the grudge matches and stuff like that, they have a reputation of going game 5 where they're in the league and then completely throwing and getting cold, and they get reverse swept or something in these scrims and grudge matches. So I'm curious to know if they've taken that to heart here and they're trying to turn it around to where this time they were at much more, the other team was at match point, and Wake Tech is trying to say that we're going to reverse sweep a team for once.
Been an impressive fight from Wake Tech. They could have folded going down 0-2 with all that momentum. They came out with game 3. They scored 5 goals. They were ready for it. They were not ready to stop playing tonight. They wanted this series to keep playing, and they're looking to send it to a game 5.
Sorry, I was yawning. Blurry, getting that hit off to the...
This series should not be putting you to sleep, Nate Dogg. This has been a great series.
Hey, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. It's been a long day here with Onset. Getting a great catch and dribble here by Mesa with even better defense. But Deadsy beats him to the wall. Blurry for the follow-up. Shut out by Chosen. Now getting that little bit of corner steal back there might give Clemson a little bit more offensive pressure. But Onset trying to put one in himself just off that right side. But Chosen, 0 boost to his name. He's got to get something going, but he does get the 50. Blurry trying to get a play off of Canovo, but to Chosen, who just got that 100. Canovo with the pre-flip, shut down, but Mesa is there. You can see Wake Tech starting to try and open up those gaps, and they're trying to incorporate those passing lanes, but a huge double commit from Clemson. But Canovo is there to collect and create some space for his team to recover.
One thing we're seeing a lot less of is the overcommitments from third. The double commits have been down in game 4. It's been generally a much more defensive game, with I think the series sort of tightening up. Getting to 2-1, both teams don't want to make that critical error that could lose them this game.
Absolutely. Now going into this one, Canova trying to get the redirect. Is it going to sneak in? No, it's off that left side post here. Now Onset trying to put it in. 20 seconds left. Wake Tech with all the momentum on their side, but Mesa bangs it back downfield. Is Onset going to get there in time? He does with a panic clear off the side. Looking for the pass midfield. A double commit again. Chosen. Not able to put it up. Is it going to sneak in? Deadsy there to put it in with only 4 seconds left. Wake Tech goes up 1 goal, possibly taking us to a game 5.
Just as I make the comment about critical errors, Wake Tech makes 2 of them, gets completely bailed out by Deadsy on the goal line, then a double commit on Wake Tech's goal line from them, and it somehow leads to Clemson overcommitting and Deadsy getting a free tap in for the lead. Here's Canovo hits the bar on what would have been the tying goal to send it to overtime. Wake Tech take game 4, and we're going to have a game 5 tonight.
Now this is going to be some bad blood here with Clemson, as they had just lost a game 5 in both the A-League and B-League last week. And I mean, even Mesa was like, we can't be losing in game 5s. So Wake Tech, with all the momentum going in this game 5, it's going to be interesting if they put the nail into the coffin in Clemson's game 5 losing streak so far.
Yeah, losing a game 5 to USC has to be crushing. Such a good team there. And now they have to do it again against Wake Tech, who's come out and really been impressive in games 3 and 4. They're recovering nicely. They've cleaned up the defensive errors to an extent. They've still shown their head, but they haven't been punished for them. It's been very impressive. A very impressive response from Wake Tech in games 3 and 4.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting if Clemson's going to be able to shut down that momentum and switch it back in their favor. As we've seen, Clemson is making a lot of these offensive plays. And they're making these situations and they're making these plays and they're getting the connections. It's just those little bit of inconsistencies, those gaps that they're creating, and it's leaving those gaps for Wake Tech to capitalize on. And yes, Beans, I see y'all said you did win last week, so I am misinformed on the gameplay. Clemson did not lose in the B League last week.
Yeah, they beat a team. I might or might not captain that team. They beat in the B League in game 5. I might have been playing in that series. But tonight we have game 5, Clemson and Wake Tech. Game 5 has started. 4:55 here to go. Blurry takes it off the ceiling. Looks to get the dunk. Not going to get it. Canovo bumped off by Onset, who's going to look to turn. Flicks it past 2 Clemson defenders. Shot by Deadseye. Not going to come of anything. Blurry now sort of in a 2v1. Canovo's going to rip the shot. Onset's there to bail him out. Deadsy looks to collect. Sends it back to the middle. Onset collects, just throws it straight to Mesa, who's going to catch it and take it to the Clemson wall. Clemson's going to look to build off this.
Absolutely. Chosen getting a hit downfield here, trying to follow it up, but Blurry getting the 100. Trying to get a play, but doesn't get the read. But Onset there to follow, shut down by Mesa, and a huge bump coming from Clemson. Canovo getting the pop-up and going to sneak it just underneath that crossbar to bring Clemson up 1-0 in this Game 5.
Just like in game 4, on match point for Clemson, they find the first goal. They have to hold it now. There's no more room to play with. It's win or you lose this series for both teams.
They just need to be able to prevent Wake Tech from getting that momentum with onset, getting a quick challenge. Mace popping it down. Canova trying to follow it up, and a possible kickoff. And Deadsy with a huge miss on the goal line, and Clemson goes up 2-0 with 4 minutes left. I mean, that's a devastating situation here, and I think this play right here, he expected a touch, and Deadsy, I mean, just expected that hit there.
Watching that live, I thought Canova was going to regret that weird jump, and it ends up turning into a nice fake. Whether he meant to or not, it was a beautiful fake that allowed for the Clemson second goal. They have all the momentum here in Game 5. Wake Tech have 3 minutes and 48 seconds to try and respond.
With Clemson getting a pop off to that right side here with a huge dim up on Blurry, giving them some space and time that they desperately needed, but Canova quick to shut that down and close the gap on that space. Blurry looking for the wall read. Connects with it, onset, trying to follow it up, but they bump each other out of the air, and Deadsy's left in a 1v2 scenario. Is Deadsy gonna get the touch? He does, but Maysal, no, Chosen up from the right side, gets the touch, looking for the wall, looking for a pass midfield, but Blurry able to recover back in time and help out Deadsy on that back end. And a huge 50, and onset is gonna sneak it just past Maysal. What a beautiful 50 from Wake Tech. Maybe a little lucky, but it worked out in their favor.
Clemson came out, scored the first 2 goals, then was holding all the pressure, and onset steals a goal back for Wake Tech. They have a foothold in this game now. The hole is much smaller to climb out of. It's very doable, the job they have to complete now.
Now Blurry trying to get a quick ceiling play, but a beautiful 50 from Maysal shuts it past both Wake Tech defenders. Now Deadsy left alone. Maysal trying to follow it up, and a huge save from Blurry as Maysal was looking in a very threatening position here. Deadsy getting a pop-up pass one. Onset looking for the ceiling read. Tries to get the reset, doesn't connect, but Clemson, disaster on the goal line, and Chosen's able to get back there in time to save them and get them, save their skin pretty much in that play.
Another double commit from Wake Tech allowed Clemson all the pressure, but they weather it, they get it off the line, and they get a great scoring opportunity. Almost took advantage of a Clemson mistake. Maysal here is not going to just try and wait for that 50 in the corner. It's going to set up for another 50. That 50 is going to fall to Blurry, who's going to take a soft shot. Maysal saved away. Blurry whiffs the ball. I think he got the boost. Canova with no boost gets it to Chosen, who's intercepted by Deadsy. Deadsy looks to dunk off the wall and get it middle. Onset's threatening. Blurry's threatening. Onset takes it on his car, taking Blurry out of the play, and another fatal double commit, but Clemson can't capitalize. Blurry clears away. Wake Tech have to settle in now. The double commits cannot happen in these last 2 minutes if they want to win this series.
The bang downfield, Onset getting a little bit of a mistouch there, dropping it right to Canova. Blurry up for the quick challenge. Beats him to it, looking for the wall pinch here, gets it, but not the position I think he was looking for. And right now, Wake Tech needs to get something going with as this clock is slowly ticking down with Onset trying to get a shot, and a beautiful save from Chosen on the goal line. Clemson having to defend their hardest on that goal line. Trying to prevent Wake Tech from getting in the equalizer with that clock ticking down here. I know Wake Tech is going to start sweating with what? Ceiling play in a beautiful, dangerous situation, and Chosen's just going to muscle it in. I don't know how you're supposed to save that.
Maysal with the jam burger off Blurry on the ceiling. Can't finish the play, but Chosen does it for him. It's a great assist. Clemson, that might have been the killing of this series. Clemson takes a 2-goal lead, 90 seconds to play. Wake Tech have a big hole to try and dig out of. Chosen now, ball's gonna fall to Canovo, who puts it in, and I think Wake Tech is out of gas, Nate Dogg.
Oh, absolutely. It's looking like Clemson is just now, they're taking all the momentum here. After you literally get 50 pinched off the wall or off the ceiling just past your last defender, that's gonna destroy your mental. Then you're going right into the next kickoff and you go down another goal. It's gonna be interesting to see if Wake Tech is able to turn this around quick enough. With a quick shot from Blurry off that right side, another shot from Deadsy, but not on target. And it looks like Wake Tech is really struggling to put these shots on target tonight.
Yeah, once they got that first goal back, it was 2-1. They had a big swing of play. They had about 50 seconds of momentum there where they just couldn't find the goal. They hit the crossbar a couple times. They couldn't get the equalizer, and Clemson has killed them off. Here, Canovo is going to take it to the corner. It's just got to run the clock now. He'll throw it to the middle. Looks to put a shot past Deadsy. Maysal looks to get a shot. Chosen keeping it in the Clemson attacking third, and Maysal's gonna score again. Another double commit from Wake Tech. They can't get it off the line. Just unfortunate. Maysal pokes it home in front of Onset. That's not a double commit. Well, kind of is. But Clemson
I feel like
is taken.
it was definitely a situation where it's like they had to make a split split-second decision there. I mean, at that point, might as well double commit it. It's on the
Kind
goal
of
line.
harsh on me to call it a double commit. Gotta get that save. Clemson's killed this series. We gotta play the last 36 seconds. Wake Tech playing for some pride now, see if you can claw back a couple goals. But with 30 seconds, it would take a catastrophic meltdown from Clemson to see us keep playing tonight in overtime. Flurry's
I
going to take the challenge off the ceiling. Onset's going to take over. Clemson get the pinch out, and we are mathematically done here, folks.
Yeah, it's looking like Clemson's gonna end up taking Game 5. Is almost giving up a reverse sweep, but Wake Tech able to put one more shot in to show that they're not. It's not going their way, but they're gonna continue playing and putting in the effort here. A great display from Wake Tech. But I mean, 10 seconds down, 3 goals. The only possible way is to really get 3 kickoff pinches off the wall straight into the net, and I really think that's very improbable here.
With that clear away, Clemson will look to take one for the road, cleared off by Onset. 1 second to go. Clemson avoid disaster as Deadsy scores again, but Clemson avoid disaster. They get the win. It got a little hairy there at the end, but they survived the reverse sweep. They get the win. They're 8-1 on the season now, going into their final game. Very big for their seeding. They're very much in play for the 2 seed in the A-League.
Absolutely. Now coming in, I mean, their only loss being dropped to USC and now beating Wake Tech, another top 8 team right now. I believe Wake Tech is the 6th or 5th position to my knowledge here, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out now because Clemson, I mean, Clemson is solidified, qualified for the matchup here. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But now we're going to take a quick break here as we have the captain of the Clemson roster going to pop in here and hang out with us and just have a few questions, a little bit of a post-game interview. So we will be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the Carolina Collegiate Clash, Clemson versus Wake Tech post-game interview here. Tonight, I'm joined by Masal from the Clemson roster. How are you feeling tonight after that win?
I'm feeling good. That was a win we needed to get to keep the standings looking good, so I'm happy with it.
I know everybody so far this season has been pretty much saying that the only reason you're undefeated is because you've had a pretty easy and straightforward season. So it's probably good that you started knocking off more and more of these top 8 seeds, trying to
hmm
solidify that point because I mean, you got to keep that reputation intact.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've had the. I mean, we did have the easiest schedule at that one point, but like we've beaten Lander. That's a good team. I think Lander's underrated, and now we've beaten Wake Tech and North Carolina. So um, I don't know. I don't know how people can keep yapping, but
Hey, well, you know how everybody is. Everybody's got a little bit of an ego in this league,
it's
especially
true.
my boys, the UNCW.
Uh,
But
you know,
we're not
is
gonna
what it
talk.
is.
No, we're not gonna talk about yesterday. All right, we're not gonna talk about yesterday.
It's a good
Uh,
scrim.
yeah, good scrim, good scrim. We're 1-1 in my book. We're 1-1.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but jumping into that, going into your next week's matchups here. I mean, you've pretty much qualified for the land now. How are you feeling about going into next week and then for the land? Are you feel like you're gonna take the whole thing? You got any competition you're worried about?
Um, I'm feeling pretty good for the land, to be honest. This roster that we're playing with is completely new this year. Like I haven't played with either of the people, so we're getting better every time we play. I feel like our performance today was a little off. Like we missed some big opportunities. I feel like it should have been closed out sooner, but um, we're feeling really good. I think we have a chance against every team. UNCC and USC are like the biggest threats for sure, but I think we can take them down. I don't
Yeah,
think it'll be too crazy.
so speaking of Charlotte, you guys are now 8-1, and you're going into next week's game against Charlotte, the final game of the season. That'll be a battle for the 2 seed. They're 7-2. What are
Mhm.
your thoughts on that upcoming series against Charlotte?
I think it's definitely winnable. I think Coolio likes to do a lot of disrespecting on Clemson, but that team, I don't. We've played teams that have a similar style and we've done well before. So I think we just go in, get a good scrim beforehand. We can take it.
I know. Scrim us at UNCW. We'll give you a run for your money. It's a good warm up. You know.
Right.
Light work,
But
no reaction.
inside jokes there. Inside jokes there. We're not going to talk about it anymore. All right. But jumping into that, I mean, how are you feeling with coming up on some of the B League teams here, specifically USC's B team? Because I mean, it's been pretty straightforward and clear that USC's B team is practically smurfing B League right now, and they're pretty much the very similar skill level as their A team. Are you worried about them at all coming into this? Because they're gonna be coming in as the bottom seed.
Yeah, that team is weird. So we've played them before and we lost to them, but that was like the very first week we were playing with this roster. And I think some people are taking that too much into account with that matchup. Um, they have they have a really like specific play style that like I feel like if you build a counter against it, you won't struggle that hard. But they're definitely really good. I would put them like top 6 if they were even in the A League. So they're definitely a team to look out for. And if we beat UNCC, we'll probably play them round 1 anyway. So um, it'll
That's
be
true.
tough to play them, but I don't know. I think we'll take it.
Well, good to know. I mean, Kyle, you got any questions that you want to ask before close out for tonight?
No, just some thoughts on the B League that I'll share with you after, but no questions.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Only
Uh,
jokes, only jokes.
oh God.
We
Lord have
appreciate
mercy.
all that Nate Dogg does here.
No, he's over here. There's a lot of apparently B League. What is it, y'all?
B League agenda.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Is what we're
praying
what we're
Clemson
pushing.
quals, dude. I'm praying they make it. But that team, there's a lot of problems with that B League team for Clemson.
Dang,
One
Beans
man
is in
doesn't
the
like the
chat.
game. Beans,
Beans,
Beans, Beans will he'll agree with me. There's a lot going on with that team, but I mean, there's a chance they make it. Anything that can happen in that double elim, and they only really have to beat that NC State team. That like that if they don't show up on the day, they'll. That's all it needs.
Yeah, taking a look at the B League, it looks like NC State's the team to go through. If you're not USC and looking to qualify for the LAN, NC State is the team to go through.
we're,
Yeah,
pro-
for sure. I
we're
don't think
pretty.
I don't think they're taking down
We're
USC.
pretty. We're pretty much treating the B League right now like USC is the F1 where you just put the tape on the number one spot and it makes it more interesting. That's what we're looking at right now.
I think that's a fair assumption. They're just really good, and they've taken down like they play a lot. They're in different leagues, so they've taken down really good teams, and so all the teams in the B League, they're just at such a disadvantage. Like you might
Yeah.
as well consider them an A League team at this point.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Um. Well, yeah, that's good to know how you're feeling about that. I'm glad you're feeling confident going into the land and stuff like that. And I'm glad you're feeling confident. Um. I mean, I have no more questions for you really. I feel like how you got any words for UNCC going into next week?
Um, no words. I feel like they're underestimating us for no reason, but we'll see on game day. Really.
Gonna let the ball talk. I like it.
Good strategy there. I know because Khalil likes to be a yapper, so sometimes you just gotta win. That's the only thing you
Top
say.
Yeah,
tier yapper Coolio is top tier.
he's a
Absolutely.
professional.
But he's fun. He's fun. But in the end, that is going to conclude tonight's matchup. Thank you so much, Mesa, for coming on to the post game interview here. Congratulations and pretty much going 8-1 so far, closing out against Wake Tech and going into the next week. It's going to be interesting to see if you can find a time on Friday to reschedule that. I will stream it. I will stream it.
I'll play any day, anytime.
So
We are always available except for Wednesdays.
all right, sounds good. Well, y'all figured that out. And everyone else, thank you so much. Kyle, thank you so much for joining me tonight as well. Look forward to seeing you at the LAN one way or another. And we will be closing out today. And thank you so much. And be sure to tune in next Tuesday for the First Look podcast. And we will see you all then.
Till the battle's won, still kingdom come. to give me your loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Got to give me your loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. No. And all the words you speak